there's some stuff that's happening on Netflix.
Tell me.
So we haven't talked about Stranger Things first.
We have not.
First
we
and
both
foremost.
finished it. When did you finish it, by the way?
It took me longer than you did.
Dude, I was not going to wait until somebody ruined something for me. So yeah, 4 days. Really, 3 days. The fourth day was we had Omer and Z over for dinner, and we were all going to watch the finale together.
Okay.
So yeah, it was great.
All right. How'd you like it compared to the first season?
I like the first one better.
Yeah, me too.
I was hoping this would be scarier. That's the thing. Parts of it were scary.
Yeah.
I sleepwalk.
Yeah.
But I still like to be scared. Remember that one episode when the kids on the floor in like the football field just screaming when they're torching the place?
Yeah.
The tunnel downstairs.
Right. Okay.
And he's just like, I'm like, yeah, that's messed up. I might walk tonight. That's what I want.
That's
a
what
little
you
bit more.
kind of want. You want
a
you
little
wanna
bit more.
Just walk that line.
Yeah.
I agree with you. First season was better than second season. Not being hipster about it, but the Demigorgon in the first one was genuinely scary.
Right.
Whereas a shadow monster really doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Because I almost was like, where is it in the shadow world?
Yeah.
I like the last one because come in here and every now and then screw.
Yeah.
I like that dog thing when it was still developing.
Yeah.
At one point, I was very scared of that dog looking thing. And the whole time, like, kid, it's come on, kid, just come on. It's, like
Trying to have a relationship with this
step on
pet.
this thing.
Yeah. Do you think that this was an homage to Alien 3? That's the only. I kept thinking about that.
You know what? I feel like they borrowed from that world.
Okay, because all right. So for people who haven't watched Alien 3 or the Alien, which by the way you really should if you like sci-fi, freaking Alien, the Alien series is very good. Minus the Alien versus Predator stuff. Skip that shit. So Alien 1 is just one alien in a ship, and it's just
Classic.
you just claustrophobic.
Yep.
And you're trying to avoid this one thing that's just killing everyone. Then you get another one, which is whatever. But the third one, the alien goes inside of a dog.
Yeah.
So when the alien comes out, it's dog-like as opposed to like walking on two legs because that it came out of a human.
Yeah.
So in season 2, you get the Demogorgon, whatever. But it's dog form.
Dogagorgon.
Dog.
Actually,
they already said that.
Okay, yeah. Is that what he kept saying?
That's what he said. Yeah.
That kid had the best lines.
He did. I think he's got the best lines because he's proven himself as being able to deliver all those lines.
Yeah, he has.
Right?
I love that part when he was like trying to ask where he's talking to the parent about where his kids are.
Yeah.
And the parent's like, my kids don't live here. He's like, son of a bitch. And it's just like, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, they do give him good one-liners.
Or when he hockey shotted that dog thing into the basement hole.
Yeah.
And he's like holding the door closed and he's like, you ate my cat. Sorry. You ate my cat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Best character development? Steve? Has to be.
Steve, hell yeah.
Has to be.
Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Samwise was going to be the, rookie of the year.
Right.
Until his ass made the classic Indian movie mistake. But I guess it's like bad movie mistake of run. Oh, are we okay now? Let me smile for a second. Well, they ripped me to pieces, Samwise. Not so wise after all. The whole time he was running. Do you know the movie Rudy?
No.
It was like a classic football movie, and he was in it. He was Rudy.
Oh, okay.
And he was like Notre Dame football player, and at the end, he's like not good at football, but they put him in, and he's getting a touchdown. The whole crowd screaming Rudy. I was screaming Rudy as he was running from those things, and then he got eaten. And I was like, damn it, Sam.
Yeah, there was a lot of cliches this season.
Yeah.
A little bit campy writing. I don't know if they were going for campy or cheesy, but it wasn't sitting well with me a couple of times.
What did you think of the episode with her sister, her adopted sister, the brown girl?
Okay, that has got to be the adopted sister. That whole story arc has got to be the most disappointing payoff ever. Because you start off that season and you're like, oh shit, there's another girl who can make people see the things that she wants to see, and she's a criminal. And she's brown. Right? So there's multiple layers here. Like I thought that so I'm just waiting for this girl to come through in like a really big way.
Yeah.
And so but 11 has to go there and find her. Finds her. It's just 2 episodes and really what? She awakens her hate. Right?
Yeah.
So access your hate so you can be more powerful, which I think whatever. I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that because the thing is that listen, okay, obviously spoilers, people. We've gone too far We've gone too far down the rabbit hole.
And also, if you didn't watch Stranger Things, I don't know if you're somebody who listens to this podcast.
Yeah, right?
I'm not sure.
So she teaches her how to access hate for her to be able to get her powers to become strong enough for her to be able to move like that that
Green Lantern trope.
Right. But here's my deal, right?
What's your deal?
All like true superheroes, right? You know, they go through some type of trauma, right? They access hate for them to be able to try to do good, or like they try to make things better as a result, and use that as fuel. And then there's a part in a superhero's trajectory or life where he realizes that the worthier emotion for him to be able to do good in the world is for him to access love. And so I thought they were setting that whole thing up so that she gets the lesson from her older sister, who unfortunately is, let's say, like is taking a more evil or darker path, where she's accessing her hate and just killing folks.
Just robbing banks and stuff.
Right, exactly.
Just doing badass stuff.
So there's that. And then, you know, 11 gets to see that when she comes back home, saving Mike and everyone else. And she, you know, that part when they're in the elevator and she's like closing the portal.
Yeah.
I thought, and she's standing there, or now floating, right beside the sheriff, and the sheriff obviously loves her like a daughter. So I felt like what should have happened in that particular part is that she would try to close the portal, accessing hate, and she would get only so far, and then the smoke monster or whatever would start like breaking through the portal again.
Yeah,
and then she would like turn around. I don't know. They would have like this unspoken moment between her and her father.
And she sees him like fighting off the dogs for her.
Or something like that. And then after thinks of Mike and thinks of all of her friends, accesses love.
Full avatar mode.
And just freaking closes that portal. But they didn't even do that. So there's two payoffs that I feel like we're missing at an entire season.
Unless there's a thing where they're like, all right, you know what? She's using hate. Uses hate more. Hate consumes her. Now the kids have to kill.
Yo, like, that's hella dark.
Right? Could happen. I don't know.
Man,
great, good show though. Like actually.
Yeah, but do you? Before we get to that, do you agree or like do you like or?
No, I thought it was valid.
You think it was valid?
Yeah, because this is what I was thinking was that they were like stabbing these kids from birth to get these things out of them. Maybe it is like an anger and hate.
Right.
I don't know if they can get coddled into.
Right.
I can see it. Like it'd be good if they were like hope, you know, like a whole expecto patronum situation where you think about your happiest thought to let out your inner stag or whatever.
It's really, I don't think I'm not looking at it as a trope. I'm looking at it as that's the hero's journey. Right. And she is for all intents and purposes one of the main heroes of the
definitely
of the thing, right. And so that's the journey, especially if you're already gonna try to hit up every 1980s and 90s horror trope, right, that would be one that I thought would be the coolest payoff. And it also will put her at odds with her sister, so they would have like a Magneto Xavier type relationship.
I don't think they have any animosity though, do they? They don't seem to so far.
What?
The sister.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is
I also feel like her sister would just. I don't think her sister's that powerful.
No, not at all. She wouldn't be able to close the portal.
Get stabbed in the eye.
Right, she'll just make everyone think that the portal was closed, but it's really just open, and they're just dying.
Classic Brown shit. It's closed, trust me. I closed it. I don't know if she has an Indian accent.
Where's Mike?
Yeah. She's British for no reason. Did you notice that?
Yeah, she is British, yeah.
Why is she friggin' British? She escaped as a child. She grew up in Chicago. Why is she British? I have no problem with the smoke monster. Somebody explain this nonsense to me for 1 second.
Yeah, it's true. I wonder if the actress is actually British in real life.
Of course. It's a British actress who can't do an accent.
That's
exactly an American accent convincingly.
Right.
So it's stupid.
Do we have like good American?
She's not good either, so that's the thing. Yes. You could have gotten somebody who could have done a because it's not like, you know, that's the best Britain has to offer. This woman. She was like okay at best, but
yeah.
I get whenever I see a brown person on TV, I'm like, don't screw it up, asshole. There's only six of us.
There's a lot riding on you.
Yeah, there's in all of the 200 channels. Hassan Minhaj doing 40%, Aziz is doing 30. Just you got this 3 you got to hold on to.
Yeah, everyone else is doing some heavy lifting.
Yeah, we only have so many.
Okay. All right.
But I like the show. I like everybody else. I love Steve Harrington. I think his hair is wonderful.
It is.
He looks just like John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
I get the same vibe.
Oh, dude, yes.
I get that vibe every time I see him. Like I remember when I saw him the first time, I was like, Where have I seen? Why do I like you already? You seem to be a prick. In the first season, he was a prick.
Yeah, he definitely was.
And in this one, I was like, why? And like immediately, I was like, why do I like him? And I was like, oh, you're John Ralphio.
Yeah.
You channel the same vibe.
Best babysitter ever.
Great, man.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, they put the food out, it was foggy day.
Yeah.
And he just goes out there with like a spiked up bat. And I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to get laid by me, I think. I don't even know. I don't know what's happening, but I'm having feelings.
Yeah, he was very much of a badass.
He's a badass.
Speaking of badasses.
Uh-oh.
The Punisher's got his first season of Netflix.
Whoa, did you watch it already?
I've watched the first 4 episodes.
No way, I didn't watch any episodes. I didn't realize this happened.
I've
been busy living life. When did this happen?
Okay, so this is what happened.
Yeah.
This past week, starting Monday, I woke up with a temple splitting headache. Very bad. And
I know where this is going.
And I made it to work. And then once when I got to work, I'm like, no, I'm dry heaving. I haven't even ate anything just yet, so this is not going to work. So I tried doing a little bit of work and then went in the office and told him, I'm out. I got to go. Right. So I come home and in between bouts of severe nausea and headaches, I started to watch.
Good call.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How's Shane?
He's great. Shane? He's great. He does not rub his head though. I think that he read a couple. I think he read a couple
finale. Just head rubbing. Just head rubbing.
I think he read a couple blog posts and he's like, all right, I got to stop rubbing my head.
He's good at being intense, man.
That he is, and he's very intense. See, okay, here's a superhero that gets caught in rage and never comes out.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
It works for because his name is the Punisher.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
That's true.
That's good. So they're making it interesting. It's you get to tie in a little bit. Sometimes you get a
Does it see the other worlds where it's like
it ties the
Daredevil?
The girl Daredevil's
Rosario Dawson, nurse?
No. Okay. The intern. She's not an intern, I guess.
No, the blonde girl, the paralegal.
Right. I think now she's a journalist.
Sure.
Okay, or something. So they cross paths so far. But that's about all I got so far.
I'll watch it, man. They're doing a good job with that. I'm not saying I love what was that one with the big black dude?
Oh, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I'm not saying I love Luke Cage. I really like Luke Cage, and I like the Punisher. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I felt like
Iron Fist.
Sorry, Iron Fist I did not watch.
Me neither.
No.
Too many people were hating on it. I was like, all right, fair enough. I can't waste my time on this.
Daredevil was good.
Daredevil was okay. I didn't even like Luke Cage. I only liked the first half. Once when the bad guy comes out, Diamondback.
Right.
So fucking cheesy.
Yeah, it got real cheesy.
Why would
I felt like
so many better bad guys.
I felt like a new director came out and he was like, we're gonna make this cheesy.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody's like, all right, and they made it cheesy.
That guy was so cheesy that I was almost expecting him to hiss like a snake after
That would be his tagline for killing somebody. You're like, I'm not even gonna do it. I have higher expectations of our podcast than they do for their show.
Yeah, very disappointing. But Punisher's good.
I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it.
You always want a superhero that will actually kill some folks.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, because Batman and Joker.
Yeah,
it's too much.
It's hard to believe if there's bad people out there that you can somehow not kill them.
Right.
I mean, if there's bad people, you got to kill them.
It's always this catch and release situation for Batman. He gets them, he puts them in Arkham Asylum.
We don't even actively do that with fish. Those fish die a little bit after. They're like, I can't just go out and come back in here, asshole. But these bad guys are completely fine with.
Yeah, if anything, they come out stronger, better, more focused.
They make networks.
Yeah,
there's 4 of them now.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a little group.
That's exactly what happens. They come out and they be like, "Hey, remember when the time was?"
Yeah, no, that is. You're right. They have to kill people. I think it's like a old school notion where good guys can't kill people. Right. I think now it's somewhat understood that you got to kill these people.
Yeah, very much Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Boromir died. Why can't we kill them?
Yeah,
that's the new thing.
Have you seen that GIF? I'm gonna go with GIF.
Which one?
It's the one where it's a Lord of the Ring one.
Yeah.
Where they make their own subtitles. They're like, I hear they're talking shit about Boromir, and then Strider's like, what? No, and he just pushes past people to run. I'm not doing it justice. Nope. It's very good. I got to post that on Facebook.
We'll watch it later.
Yeah, I should have abandoned it halfway through that story.
Oh, want to hear something stupid?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know what you plan to talk about
next
on this podcast. I get home from work on Friday.
Yeah.
Only one of my elevators is working. I live in a 52-story building with 5 elevators. One of them is working. And the rest, it's not like they're not working. It's that if you push the button, the elevator comes down and it won't open.
Okay.
So even if you push the button, the system goes, all right, we're sending you an elevator.
Right.
But it's not going to open. So you have to keep pushing until the one that is working comes.
Okay.
So I get home, the lineup, I come home at 6, rush hour. Everybody's coming home. The lineup is from the elevator to literally outside the building. I counted over 60 people in front of me trying to use one elevator.
Okay.
And I have never been so upset that I refused to get in line. And I told I can't. I was like, I don't mean a jerk, but I can't get in this line because I'm gonna get angry.
What floor do you live in? 13?
13th. Here's the thing.
Okay.
For security reasons, they can't let anybody up the stairwell. And there's not like a fire hazard. It's not that kind of security. It's that they installed a new security system that stairwells, you can't just open the door and get to the 2nd or 3rd floor, even if you live on there and you have a fob for it. And I was like, so you're only telling me that to keep me... So I went off for a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's nothing you can do? She's like, there's nothing I can do. I'm like, I'm going to leave you alone. Have a good night. Because that's all I could have done.
Yeah.
And I found a way to go to the basement.
Yeah.
To use, there's an emergency elevator that very few people know about that's only used for trash.
Right.
And I got to my floor and I got out and I called Farah to let her know.
Yeah.
Because I know that she's going to get down there. She's going to yell at them.
Right.
And her phone's dead.
So she went through the process.
Yeah, and I was like literally sitting there mentally trying to do my NLP. I'm like sending her vibes of like the trash elevator. But she came up super pissed an hour and a half later because she stood in line.
Right.
And now my building has one effing elevator for 52 floors. It should be fixed by Tuesday.
Okay.
I haven't talked to management yet, but I'm going to go on Monday.
Right.
I'm going to fart. I am going to fart in their office. Because this is what's going to happen. Is that I'm going to go there, show them the video because I made one.
Do you think that's a proportionate response?
It's totally a proportionate response because they don't live in the building, right? They don't know. They didn't have to wait. They haven't been inconvenienced.
Right.
They haven't had to suffer where they live or work. So if I had to go through this stress and my wife had to wait an hour and a half, they have to work in a farty environment just for maybe 10 minutes. Because other than that, they're just going to be like, we're sorry, we won't let it happen again, which of course they can't control.
Right. But do we know the reason?
The reasoning for the elevator is less important. The stairwell situation thing is that more important.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's 4 other elevators that they won't let us use for security reasons.
Right.
Because they gave us all these new fob systems because they made it all secure. And now there's a 80 people wait to get to your floor.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So the stairwells are intended to only be used then for if there's a fire alarm.
They can only be used to come down. That's it. So stairwells used to be open, and this company came in and they pitched that we're gonna secure your buildings. All buildings in Toronto are now secure. You have to lock all this shit, and it's just been a pain in the ass. More than anything, I don't know how to make people do things if I don't make them feel uncomfortable. So like tomorrow, like Monday? Yeah, tomorrow's Monday.
Right.
Like I'm going to go in there and try very hard to make them feel uncomfortable. And I don't do it ever out of anger.
What's the goal here? You want them to release change up the whole...
This is what my whole thing is like, so what's the solution?
Yeah.
And if they don't have a solution, I'm farting. And if they have a solution, even a bad one, I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
Like if next time this happens,
you just do it at the doorway, so it's like half?
Oh no, I'm going to let them like, no, this is me letting you know.
That is very frustrating. I can see why. I mean, like, people coming through and they look like they're dropping food for Uber. They go up the stairs and then they just break into floor number 4.
Yeah. So we all have like keys for like, let's say the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if that way this person lives in the building.
Right.
There's solutions.
Yeah, you click in, it opens the main door at the bottom, and
the fobs are on every door. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's just you have to people don't realize there's consequences. You know, that's why people are flicking people off while driving. That's why they're trolling people on their like songs. This kid's cigarette is bad, you know, like they're just. And then once you realize, like, oh, somebody might fart around me, you're gonna understand that.
You taking the side of trolls right now? Is this what's happening?
No, but the thing is, trolls troll because there's no consequences. Nobody comes out and slaps them and goes, hey, you can't say that about my mom. Even if somebody got to fart around them because they did something wrong, I bet you trolls would troll less. I'm like, I don't want to get farted on.
Yeah,
again,
that's true.
Because I said something about Syed.
Very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Biological warfare.
That's something.
Yeah.
Because people forget that somebody could hit them. And of course, you can't really hit them.
Yeah. So this is
the next closest thing, I feel like. I'm not going to piss on the wall and walk away. I don't have that in me.
I think it's a little too much.
Yeah, but farting.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I'm glad that you broke it down for me. Now I understand. I'm kind of on your team on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And if not, I'm already in your basement, asshole.
Please no.
Say it, no.
How was Smile yesterday? No. How was Nasiha yesterday?
Nasiha was extremely moving. Extremely.
Wow, I've been to 2. I never done that.
So, you know me. I don't like paying money. A lot of money for like, things. I'm good with like paying for like donating to the cause.
Right.
But if you're like, come to, this place, pay this many hundreds of dollars, I'm generally very skeptical. So this was one of those cases where it was a little pricey. With that said, I went in there and I had a moving experience. I cried a little bit. I'm not a crier at all. But like Amjad Tarshed, Tarsi, how do you say Amjad's last name?
Amjad Tarsin.
Like really good.
He's a good guy.
Just off the cuff. It's like, I don't have any speech.
Yeah.
Just going to tell you about what I've experienced, while counseling people.
Right.
Man,
he's a very calm soul.
There was a brother who was a Muslim fella, and he was a retired football player. He retired at 28.
Yeah, because
he got this, I believe, a degenerative disorder at the age of 28 after 7 years in the league, where all of a sudden the doctor was like, "Yeah, you're disabled, 40% disabled. You can't play football." So he was there and he like talked about going through these thoughts and stuff. And when he was trying to make a career change from football, he Googled like, what do football players do after retiring? And that year there were 5 suicides by football players.
Which is generally as a result of CTE.
CTE, also the fact of losing your identity.
Right.
That goes for anybody who's doing one thing. And let's say,
for sure,
you're a composer, you lose your hearing, all of a sudden. And he talked about his thoughts and what it feels like when somebody tries to engage in you but not listen.
Yeah.
And just talked about listening, how important it is to listen.
Right.
And they all said that, like Nasiha has a goal of going 24/7.
Right.
By when? And they asked the guy, I think his name is Yasin Puna, and he was like 2020. Yeah. He's like, we needed this yesterday.
Right.
And the thing is, Nasiha has the money to make this happen, but it's in your pockets, which was like a cool.
Oh.
And man. There was a lot of heavy,
right?
Like just from personal experiences, you can tell they weren't speeches.
Yeah.
And both of the guys were like, I don't do fundraisers. Like we don't do these speeches. This is just what's out there and what people need and stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Nasiha.
Yeah, I like the organization.
We know a lot of people that have volunteered there.
Yeah. Yeah. What they do, it's very important. And they've been doing it for a while too. So
yeah, and if you're one of our anybody in the States who listens too, apparently like more than half of their calls are from the States.
Yeah,
Canadian organization. So you donate, you Americans.
Yeah. The exchange rate is in your experience, in your favor.
Yeah, you're trying to get our. Never mind. I shouldn't tell people they shouldn't call in or something, but donate. Great cause.
Yeah,
great time.
It was good.
Good people too.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm excited about though?
What are you excited about?
The wolf lady, mother effer. Sorry.
Oh, she's not a wolf lady.
She's not a wolf lady? I've been saying she's a wolf lady this whole time.
No, I mean, I don't even think that they rescue wolves, bro.
They do coyotes and foxes and stuff.
I mean, definitely foxes.
That's amazing.
Porcupines.
What?
I believe there's a skunk right now.
Probably raccoons too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Raccoons, they don't even try. Like, yeah, they just come here. We can't get them to leave.
I feel like raccoons are faking an injury.
Yeah, they just...
they show up and like, look, it's hurting.
It's bent. I can't unbend it. I got a black eye.
Just, two.
Yeah. Just pretending to be blind and shit. As a stick.
He's picking up food. He's like, "What is this? I don't know what this is." He just runs away. You've seen that video.
Oh, yeah.
Like the raccoon just picks up food with his two hands and it just waddles away.
You know what? It's so funny because if the raccoons were people, we're racist because they're automatically like they're just like the cons.
Yeah.
You would say something and be like, "What?" Like we're giving them traits to make them cons that they wouldn't even have.
Yeah, but I feel like it's okay because they're incredibly resilient. Have you seen that video?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. They've proven themselves to be adaptable to urban environments.
If people disappear, I feel like they just come in and start using the internet slowly and but surely. Like they have a vague idea of how things work. They'd wear your hat. And like, am I people? You know, like, don't you feel like?
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
They got thumbs and shit.
I've told that story. We normally put a crock pot outside.
Yeah,
not normally. Sometimes if we're gonna slow cook meat and we don't want the entire house to smell like food for 7 hours, you put it outside. You run an extension cord. You put it outside.
Right.
So you go outside and you peek around the way to see like how's that crock pot doing, and it's just a raccoon sitting on his butt with his one hand lifting the.
I feel like he had a spoon in the other hand in my memory for some reason. Even when you told me the first time, I could see him just being like, need some more salt. I feel like if people were to disappear, raccoons versus cats for like control of, situation.
Turf war?
Yeah, I feel like there's enough of both.
Okay, I want to get back to this turf war thing. Just to clarify, what Syed is saying about the wolf lady is that we're gonna get two people that work at a wildlife.
Oh, we got two.
Yeah,
nice.
It's like her and her sister that work at a wildlife rescue.
That's awesome.
So they'll be on maybe in like 2 weeks or so. We'll be releasing that episode. So that's gonna be super fun because we get to talk about animals.
Yeah,
and it's not just me and you bullshitting about animals.
I know.
And someone else.
We're bullshitting, and they're gonna be like, "No, they don't really. Raccoons they're just animals, dude. Just calm down."
Okay, turf war between
cats and raccoons.
Cats and raccoons.
Because all right, I feel like dogs are in the running. I feel like cats kill the dogs day one. I think the cats are too smart.
Yeah, I think. Well, it depends on the size of the dogs.
They're just leaving chocolate everywhere for dogs to eat, and just like that was easy. Dogs are that stupid. I'm like, oh, chocolate.
Yeah, I think cats will fuck up most dogs. Mm-hmm. Anything that is the same size as a cat or just slightly larger, cats still got it.
Yeah,
because dogs got the wolf bred out of them hard.
Yeah, man.
Like without mercy.
Yeah.
But cats, on the other hand, seems to be like just 1 degree away from like, oh, I'm feral now.
Right.
This is what we do.
They did a great job of pretending. They're like, yeah, I'm cool as long as I'm inside. Yeah, meow, indeed. See this low purring noise? You like that? Cool. I can do that all fucking day, Dog looks at you funny. We got to kill that guy.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened very quickly.
So, yeah, cats. But I think raccoons hold their own.
Yeah, raccoons versus cats. Yeah. And then at some point, they're going to have to work together to keep out coyotes.
Yeah, because
coyotes have been just waiting for this.
Yeah.
They've just been waiting.
This is our time.
Yeah.
We will come back.
I'm saying, man. I'd love to watch. I'm hoping we go out.
That would be...
I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I wonder what happened.
That would be... I think this should be a TV show. What happens if all of the animals except for these animals...
I'd love to see like our best and strongest supercomputer just simulate like just
a bunch of these things.
Just take humans out of the equation. Yeah. Just let things like evolve a little bit more. Just see where things get to. You're like, all right, the waters are overrun with red devil octopuses. What's it called? There's a red octopus. These things, they attack in swarms and they're fairly large.
Wait, no, this is the first time I'm hearing about any of this.
Google red octopus and then it'll give you its like technical name and stuff. It's like a ghost octopus of some sort. So yeah, these guys attack in swarms. So they communicate how to attack and when to attack. So it'll be like just chilling with a fish. Like everybody's going along with the fish.
Right.
And then one of them will go like, beep. And then everybody goes, we're eating this. And it's it's a pack hunting octopus.
Okay. E-specific red octopus?
Oh man, I think I might be better off finding it.
Okay.
But I don't know what you talk about since...
yeah, because this is just going to... Really, because if I go pack, I go... All right, that's that. I recently watched a movie with... So I got on a Chris Hemsworth kick
Okay.
Right?
Wait, there's a Chris Hemsworth kick?
Yes. Just because, okay, so Thor Ragnarok is out, but we can't talk about it because we're going to have Eric on the podcast to chat about that in a couple of weeks. However, in preparation for Thor Ragnarok, I decided to watch some of the old Thor movies. Some. There's only 2. So I watched those. And then it turns out that I didn't have enough Chris Hemsworth. I wanted more. So I was on Netflix and I saw that he has a movie called I think it's The Heart of the Sea.
Oh, I think I might have heard of this.
Right. And I believe, because I never read Moby Dick, but I'm assuming it's the story of it's that story.
Heart of the Sea, Chris Hemsworth. All right. It is, this looks actually like a very highly rated movie, except it's 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. What's happening, Yasin?
Oh, jeez.
Are you telling me about a shitty movie?
I'm sorry.
With Cillian Murphy?
I did not, Cillian Murphy was in that movie too.
What's up with this girl's face? Jeez, Charlotte Riley. This is a very weird face.
In the Heart of the Sea.
You see what's wrong with this girl's face?
Oh, yeah, it's Moby Dick.
Like, is there something wrong with her face? Why is it hitting me funny?
I think it's because the lips are just...
So if you, Charlotte Riley, IMDb, there's one with a red dress. Her face is freaking me out, and it's messing with me. I'll apologize later. But I don't know what it is.
Okay, so on IMDb it was rated 6.9 out of 10, so arguably not that great. But you know what? Freaking I found it entertaining. I thought it was fun.
Hey, man.
It's about Moby Dick. And it's like...
it's about Moby Dick.
Moody's in it.
Oh, Alistair
Moody, yeah.
Oh, I love that guy.
Crazy Eye.
Crazy Eye Alistair Moody.
He does definitely play slightly crazy of a dude in this movie.
That's what he's good at.
But it's directed by Ron Howard. It's got to be okay.
What's Ron Howard done right before this, if you don't mind me checking? Because Ron Howard was like at one point the cream of the crop.
Okay, and then you're wondering what he's done so far.
Because he dropped off.
Right.
He had like Cinderella Man and all this like really good stuff happening. I'm not saying he did bad stuff afterwards. I just don't know what he did.
Okay. All right. Here we go. You just want to go. Okay. So currently, right now, he's working on Solo, a Star Wars story.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So he's working on that right now. That's in 2018. Before
that's huge.
Inferno, which is pretty shitty.
Right.
And then before that was In the Heart of the Sea, which for me personally, I thought it was fun.
But most other people think it's 60% is.
They think it's 6.9, not even a 7. I understand.
But not a bad movie.
No, not at all. Made in America, which is a documentary of some sort. So hold on, let me just see the rating on that, just to give him a chance over here. 4.3. Never mind. However, the movie before that, I know we're digging real deep over here.
Yeah.
The movie before that is freaking Rush. Then that was about
that was a great movie.
Yeah,
that was a great movie.
Superb. So it's about, for the people who don't know, it's about this feud between 2 F1 race car drivers back in the 1970s. Freaking amazing.
What did he do right before that?
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sorry, dude. He did a movie called The Dilemma that has these following actors: Vince Vaughn and Kevin James.
You don't have to say anymore.
Yep.
You know how that movie is gonna be with
5.3.
Yep.
5.3. That is really unfortunate. And then before that was Angels and Demons, which also not great. Then there was Frost and Nixon.
I feel like anybody could have made Angels and Demons.
Yeah, for real.
That's an autoplay kind of movie.
Right. Just get a good adapter.
Yeah.
Like someone who adapts it into a screenplay, and then that's it. But yeah, you had to go far back before you can hit Cinderella Man.
Yeah, and at one point he was one of the most premier directors. Like he was like, this is the guy that's gonna be
Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, wonderful.
But we are literally in 2001. We had to reach pretty far back.
Children have been born and been to high school.
Have you seen Apollo 13?
Yeah, man. How about like maybe 10, 12 times?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to watch it.
Yeah,
I watched it only
13.
once.
Watch it one more time and pay attention. It's good.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth it. Pay attention.
I watched it when I was like in 1995.
Yeah.
In theaters, yeah. So I don't really remember.
Remember so our teachers, when you were in a ghetto high school, they quit a lot on you. They just stopped coming in every now and then.
Right.
So you watch a lot of substitute movies by some guy who's just like there. He just like turns the movie on and walks out.
Just wheels in that trolley.
Once we had a movie that they turned on and there were people screwing in it.
Which one?
Jerry Maguire. There's this one scene where he's tied up, and I believe Renee Zellweger is riding him. Somebody's riding somebody.
Right.
We're sitting there in math.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty loud.
He couldn't be bothered. He was
it's so loud.
Oh, it is what it is.
No, he's not in the room.
Oh, it just walks out.
Yeah. Wow. It's so loud that the teacher from the next room comes over and turns it off. Is how loud it is, the sex noises in our classroom. So yeah, in the ghetto, that's how we do when we do what we do. Do you guys have subs?
Yeah, we do.
Just normal people? Nobody has a cocaine problem?
No one has a cocaine problem. I think my class has been 1 or 2 times have caused a particular substitute teacher to cry, but I don't think I had anything to do with it.
I'm not saying you did. How'd they make her cry? Would they not get quiet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all that is. Yeah, it's nothing on the level of yours. Like, what are they doing? Like
hitting you and shit, you know? Like punching you when your back is turned?
Yeah, so we don't operate on that level.
I've seen that. I saw a guy punch a teacher when his back was turned.
Wow.
Which was just shocking.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I didn't realize you could do that.
But you can't, right? Like, it's this. If you punch a substitute teacher, or a regular teacher,
right?
I
like how you thought it was a distinction,
right? No, but apparently this kid thought that it was a distinction. He's a substitute teacher. That's why I can punch this.
Oh, he's just really mad about life.
I see.
And the substitute teacher was doing controlling, like in a good way, actually.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, you want to curse? I'll give you 10 seconds to curse as much as you want."
Yeah.
And you sit down, you do your fucking work. And that kid cursed, and then later on he was making some noise, and the teacher like,
hey, we already had this.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you outside. I'm not sending you to the principal. I'm not calling your mom. I'm just gonna put you outside.
Yeah.
So you want that, or are you gonna be quiet in here?
Yeah.
And the teacher was writing something, and this kid, you could tell he was just shaking, right? Like he was just shaking because he's so angry because he just got told something he has nothing that he can say back to.
Right.
And just got up and went over there and punched his teacher in the back really hard. The kid was like probably $140, like kind of large for a 11th grader, but like this teacher was a ex-military guy.
Oh no!
Which he let us know, and he's like, "I'm not gonna call you children. You're young adults. I'm gonna treat you as such." He was very like, yeah, he was the cleaner, you know, like he put the rule down.
So what did he do? Did he put
kid came and punched him?
A rear naked choke?
No, he just grabbed one arm.
Yeah.
And he grabbed the other one.
Yeah.
And he grabbed them so hard, and he just closed them together. And then he said, "I'm going to take you outside now, okay?"
Yeah.
And the kid said, "Okay." And he let go, and they went outside, and I didn't see that kid the rest of the week.
But I didn't see him for
I
the
think
rest
he
of
might
my
have,
life.
I don't know what happened. I'm sure the kid was okay. I think I'm so later, I'm sure. But that kid was, I think he realized that this guy is not going to mess around like at all. I felt like I for a second thought that kid was going to get punched in the head. I thought the teacher was just going to come around and just be like, but apparently this guy was a military guy. He's a pastor.
Yeah.
He has 5 sons.
Yeah.
And
he knows how to raise men.
He knows how to deal with boys that are misbehaving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good teacher. We had him for, we ended up having him as a sub for 6 weeks because they couldn't find any teacher to take our class.
Right.
Because 3 teachers had already quit. And this class was speech.
It's like a Dangerous Minds type situation.
This was an easy class, speech.
Did he end up wearing a do-rag and they start dancing?
No.
Bill Burbett.
He would do like, all right, I'm going to tell you about body language. Right. And then he would walk a certain way. Like, what's this body language mean?
Right.
And it was very interesting. This guy was
this guy Jocko Willink?
Yeah, you know what? He's one of those teachers that totally connected with the students in the ghetto. And he was white, and he was a pastor who was in the military. He was totally a Dangerous Minds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Private Eye was his name.
No, I've never had
good.
That.
It's good that you didn't need one, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Although growing up a little rough, kind of like.
I won't shit on it. You can tell me.
No. I'm not saying that I'm growing up rough. I'm just merely saying, like, you know, if you are in this particular situation like that and you grow up and you see some of those things, it kind of like builds a little bit of not character, but look, man, something happens. Yeah. 2 different people with 2 different life experiences. They will receive whatever they're seeing in different ways.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is that more often than not, you always want to be the person that sees it and can stay calm while slightly kind of like, well, this is a problem, but can still stay calm. Because other people who have never experienced it, a lot of times it's just a matter of like, it's not that other people are much more emotionally stronger than you are. It just means that they haven't done this yet. And so some people willingly put themselves in a position where they're like, well, whatever. Like if they're working out all the time, they're actually willingly putting their body through stress, so that if you have to undergo some sort of other stress, you'd be able to handle it. In the same way that if you learn how to spar or fight, you don't freak out, lose your mind, start throwing fists out. Or if you see someone get shot, you don't like scream and run away or whatnot. You kind of
no, that's what you're supposed to do, I think.
Well, no, I mean, like, if the guy is not there anymore, you
right.
put pressure on the wound, that type of thing.
True.
Well,
sorry.
That's.
I just realized I made myself the other guy. I'm like, if I see somebody get shot, I scream and I run away.
But I think that's cool. I think I need to always try to find ways, because I always do better on the second run on everything. Everything I do better on the second run. So instead of waiting for the first thing to happen, and then going like, all right, I can get better. You always like, that's why you got to keep trying new things. I'm talking for myself here.
You think
right?
You can do the first run in your head enough that like the actual first one in real life seems like a second run?
Yeah, some things. I think some things. Yeah, like state shifting type deal.
Kinda, yeah.
Like visualizing the situation and after see if you can what you would do.
I realize that's the only way I've been able to act well with the first time doing something is because my head, not because I sat down and visualized doing that thing better, whatever that thing might be, is that I can't turn it off. So if I'm gonna, let's say, if I had an interview on Thursday, so I couldn't turn that interview off for 3 weeks,
right?
And I let it consume me to the point of an eye twitch. Like, it's bothering me now, but like by the time I got to the interview, every question they could have asked me, I'd done 17 times. Like sports, same thing. Zombie apocalypse, I'm ready. I've already practiced it in my head dozens of times, Yasin. Something pops in through that window, I know where to go, dude. Don't worry about it.
Those things, I agree.
Yeah.
And those things, the visualization and stuff like that, my brain is always on as well. So that I can definitely on board. But there's some things you can't train.
Okay.
Right. Sparring, you can't really train. I can't visualize what it was like. Like, I just remember when I was sparring back in the day.
Oh, right. You would have to spar.
It's a lot more difficult, even when you're thinking, because like, what did you do when you were watching Jackie Chan movies while you're growing up? All I did was fight in my brain.
Right.
Right.
It's very different
when
you...
when you get like 4 judges on like 4 corners, even if I was only doing, for the most part, like semi-contact or like point fighting, like karate point fighting.
Did they have you wear anything? Like a little heavy...
Headgear, feet, and hands. Yeah.
Like feet?
Like to cover your instep.
Oh, so you have like a padding on your instep so you can kick people with your foot?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So wait,
which made front kicks very difficult. You can't curl your toe.
Yeah. Also, you're supposed to kick with your shin, aren't you? Not with you guys, apparently.
No.
You guys are supposed to kick with the foot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because also, I think that's more traditional, like martial arts. Even Taekwondo also. Yeah. They do land on their shin a lot, but that's more Muay Thai. There is also a lot of pressure in, like Joe Rogan even talks about how like his ankles are super strong because of the fact that he uses an instep often to kick.
Instep kicking.
Yeah.
Makes sense, buddy.
Even head kicks. A lot of UFC head kicks land for the most part on instep, because you would have to be really close to someone for you to be able to land your shin on the head. Right. Well, although we've also seen that happen too, but a lot of instep kicks are happening.
I feel like it hurt to kick somebody with your foot. My toes are there.
No, it's very satisfying.
Well, I'm sure everything's satisfying when you're hurting somebody. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is weird. But like
that it's satisfying.
It
feels so good to hit somebody when it lands right. It feels good.
My greatest, like, happiest thing that happened in that would happen during back in the day when I was sparring is the more
somebody and they cry.
No, the more they go, because it's something you hold yourself on an angle, right? But if they go completely flat, and it's on my right side, I'm just gonna keep kicking. Like, you can check it a couple of times, but you're gonna eventually get tired.
Right.
So you just keep kicking the area, and then eventually, if you do get to hit the stomach, even though that you're not going full power, but when you feel the softness of the thing against your instep, it is very you ride that wave for weeks.
I don't know what to tell you, but it's true. It's true. We're animals.
We are.
Yep.
Yeah. How's your cooking animals?
Not good at all, man. I'm gonna buy some meat right now. Actually, my goal is to go to East Meat Sweats, buy some. They have these new kind of burgers. I'll tell you about them.
Yeah.
And get some steak.
Yeah.
And going cottaging this coming weekend. So I'm gonna take about 12 pounds of meat to that for 8 people. I'm in charge of lunch one day, so it's just gonna be meat, just meats. There's 3 meats. So yeah, I'll kick it up. I've been back. I've been busy, and now I'm gonna like go into meat mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 2 things.
2 things.
Trying to make a really good sandwich.
All right.
Got to build it myself. So here's 2 places that I've found. Number 1, Cobb's. Have you ever been to Cobb's?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm from Toronto.
All right. Fair enough. Went to Cobb's, bought myself a sourdough loaf.
How big is it?
It's dense.
Yeah, right?
Right. But it's not that big. But for people who are going to go buy this, get them to slice it thin. If you slice it thick, it's too much bread in one sandwich.
Yeah.
So I've done this mistake, people. Don't do what I did. So slice it thin. Get sourdough. For people who don't know, there's a lot less gluten in the sourdough bread than in regular bread because the whole process of making it into sourdough consumes gluten, apparently.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
I don't know that, but I know sourdough bread is better for you than all other breads.
It really is. And it tastes, well, I don't know if it's, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, no, sourdough bread does taste great.
Yeah.
I've had sourdough bread many, many times. That's my go-to bread is sourdough bread with nothing other than sourdough and then butter. Maybe some butter.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And they put sugar in there some places, so ask.
Yeah. Don't do that. Anyway,
but it's really good.
Cobb's, go get yourself sourdough bread, thin slice it. Then I went to Paramount, just a butcher shop, not the actual restaurant, and got myself smoked turkey. That also was great.
Oh, man.
The result was a very great sandwich.
What kind of sauces? Good mayo?
Yeah, I put regular whole mayo.
Okay.
Right? None of that half fat type of situation. Nah. None of that olive oil thing, just regular old mayo.
You put mustard?
Yes.
You have to.
So you go bread.
Yep.
Mayo on that bread, then lettuce as a moisture barrier between your mayo and your meat.
Okay.
Right. Then I have 2 pieces of medium cheddar cheese. Put that on top.
Cheddar. Okay.
Yes.
Classic American.
Right. Then you get yourself your smoked turkey. You flip that over.
Gobble, gobble.
And then I put mustard.
No, you didn't.
And then I put sriracha.
Oh, my God.
And then flip that back over because you had to eat it because there's an order in which your tongue hits that, like the food hits your palate.
Know about that order, man.
Or something. That's why they have burgers, and it's like that's the thing. There's an order for how you make a burger and where the toppings go.
That's really hot.
Yeah, it was. It's very good. I haven't had breakfast yet. I will be making the sandwich momentarily.
People get ready. Instagram Live coming out.
Actually, maybe I will take a picture.
Who knows?
I'm really good at making sandwiches.
I believe you.
Okay.
There's something men say.
I think so.
And it's something that women hear and then laugh. Yeah, really? You're good at putting shit on top of another? Huh? Like a baby, huh? But yeah, this is something that guys say.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you can see girls look at each other and smile a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you have the courage to ask, they will say something like that. Because that's exactly what guys... Trust me, as a guy who's good at making sandwiches...
That's what happens. That's true. We didn't make the bread. We didn't make the turkey. We didn't shoot it. We didn't do anything. No. All we did was purchased it and put it in an order.
Legos. It's Legos. There's nothing else happening here.
Man, I really had a high opinion of my sandwich making skills.
Hey, there's still an art to it.
No, I understand. Yeah. But the thing is that you have definitely brought that back down to reality.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. You're just putting stuff on top of it. I know you're doing the order. Like, oh, you're doing the order? Yeah, I'm doing the order. Well, you know the order too?
I'm also sourcing the material.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like because you could be a lost soul and be make sandwich with Wonder Bread.
Like an animal, like a friggin' Neanderthal. Yeah, I wouldn't even be associated. I'm sending back to his country.
Which is here.
Which is probably here. I think Wonder Bread is all from over here.
Probably white. All right. People, thank you for listening to the podcast. It was nice hanging out with you, bro.
Yeah.
Finally. We got a couple cool guests coming up on the podcast in the next coming weeks. Hopefully you like the guests that we've already had. We've had fun with those guys as well. So let us know what you think. Subscribe on iTunes, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Crash and Flow.
Like things. poke things, dislike things, anything you see with us associated with it, interact with it.
Yes, please. Yeah,
figure out a thing you can push on that screen and touch it.
Engage. That's all we're asking. All right, take care of yourselves. Good night.